changes in my life, transition and challenges, as well as magical, mysterious moments that turn out to be. Welcome to Midlife with Orchid. Let's explore the nuance and the courageous moments of midlife. Let's share stories, reflection, insight, and conversation over coffee, where life's rhythms, revelations, and everyday courage can be witnessed and honored. This is Orchid, your host and storyteller. I feel that pour over coffee has taught me more about presence than any other teaching that I have encountered and explored. As I'm pouring over water in circular motion onto the coffee grounds, waiting for it to drip, I was appreciating that moment. I was recognizing that I can take my time, that I have that capacity, and it is also something that I can acknowledge that it's already present by itself, alone, on its own, not in contrast, not with or without a list of tasks or goals or things I want to accomplish. I can simply be there with my coffee. I cannot rush it. I can just pour the water quickly, and I can taste that from the way the coffee is roasted, depending on how much time I took or take roasting my coffee. So it's been about over a month. I have one of the episodes was what will happen a month from today. That was a month ago, and it's been over a month. And what is the update? This is what happened. This is what happened. So I have a couple of days here in the apartment. I've been doing some cleaning this week, and the weekend prior, my best friend, my beautiful, loving best friend, came to help me move most of my belongings into the storage. And my other beautiful, wonderful best friend volunteered to actually pay for the storage. I'm so blessed, right? I'm so grateful. Life is beautiful right now because of the existence of my best friends. But aside from that, I am in transition. A week from that episode recording, a housing arrangement did surface. I won't go into detail about how that came about, but I do feel at peace. I'm accepting that this is just the stage of my life, the season of my life where I am moving through. I will say it that way, moving through. So I'm at peace with that. I'm actually moving to that housing arrangement tomorrow. And the dynamics so far, there hasn't been much interactions, but so far as the meeting the roommates and having coordinating with the owner of the house on this accommodation, this housing arrangement, things has been, it felt easy and smooth, and it almost feel like this place is waiting for me to arrive. So I'm grateful for that. as far as housing arrangement. And when it comes to securing a job, a couple weeks ago, I've had a few lined up back to back at the same time as I'm preparing to pack and move. So it was a couple weeks ago. And next weekend, I actually do have a second interview from a role that I just feel like it's a good transition role for me. It's something that I've been so curious to explore, and I've applied at roles, but I haven't quite gotten this kind of response and invited to interview. So I'm really excited about that, because at one point after the first interview with the recruiter, it was silent for a few days, and even with me following up, I thought, oh my, that one is not going to fall through. But I was so surprised that a couple days ago they reached out to me saying, congratulations, you are actually moving through the interview process and you will be interviewing. Let us know what your time that you're available. And I was just like so excited. But also, I have been offered a job. I actually did receive an offer last week, informal. I received an offer last week, informal offer through an email. We were waiting on a final formal letter from the CEO signing my desired salary. And I just received the response a couple days ago, letting me know that the CEO is putting a hold on this moving forward with the position. But I made a connection with the manager I'll be reporting to and the director who she reports to. I made a connection there. So she was like, if this opens up again in the future, I will reach out to you. So it seems like either she's being pleasant to say that as if it's the right thing to say, or there was genuinely a connection that I recognize and she recognized as well, and she wants to make sure that that is open. Either way, I am at peace with that. Yes, it's true that I want to secure a job 5 months ago. But this is where I am right now. And I've learned so much about truly trusting how the timing are unfolding. It doesn't erase the preferences and the perceived need and potential concern or issues. It doesn't erase those. But as I've observed my life, changes in my life, transition and challenges, as well as magical, mysterious moments that turn out to be, oh my gosh, this seems to be perfect. As I've observed those, I've learned so much more about there is truly a natural timing that works on its own, independent of your participation. And it does serve for the betterment of everyone. It really does, which some of us may call it divine timing and others may call it luck. I mean, you can call it however way you perceive it, but on its own, it to me, it feels like it's working. It's working independent of your participation, but surely you can receive the most from its design timing with your participation. So a month from the last episode of what will happen, this is what happened. I see that things are moving in the right direction. Things are indeed benefiting me more than I can fully grasp right now. But I feel calm. I am recording this in my closet still. But this will mark my last recording in this apartment. That's a little emotional. In this closet, I've been in this apartment a couple of years, and the most recollection or memory this apartment has marked a season in my life was, wow. At first, I was going to say challenges, but more like alignment. And I'm realizing that the first time you recognize that something needs to be aligned, there is some friction there. But eventually, things are going to work out, because if your intention is to align, then the friction is just momentarily, it truly is. So, though this apartment marked the season of my life where it looks like there's a lot of challenges, it really is another perspective, is a season of my life where I was aligning, and the friction I was experiencing is intended, or is causing it is the cause of me aligning to the betterment betterment of my path, aligning to my path, my purpose. I don't want to put too much adjective there, but I feel at peace right now. There is a quiet grief, but it's not overwhelming. I was not dragging myself out of bed this morning, but I was lingering. I was lingering, just laying in my room, realizing that these are sacred moments. These moments are liminal. It is threshold. It is transitional, because I'm moving from solely interacting internally with myself to now I'm going to be navigating housing roommates and interaction here and there. And what I've learned in the last decade of my life is that I've learned to truly know where I end and where another begins. As a highly sensitive, in the past, I've had to work through a lot of overextending myself beyond my capacity, beyond my threshold, beyond overstimulation, to overwhelm, to prioritizing others before myself. And I've had a decade of living in solitude. And so now I get to see if what I've learned truly can exist even in the interaction daily in housing arrangement, roommate arrangement with people. I won't say I'm excited about that. I won't say I'm bracing myself either, but I'm observant and I continue to look forward. So this is what happened, and I look forward to I look forward to recording the next episode at the new home that I'll be moving to. In the meantime, peace and abundance to you.